Shout out to everybody who does seed starting in less than ideal seed starting situations, because the shuttling seeds in and out of the house, freaking out in the middle of the night because you forgot to bring them back in and now it's snowing, it's definitely an issue. So I see you, I am you. So I'm out here right now. It is raining right now. There's a small break in the rain, but it is raining and I still came out here. I brought all my seedlings out, to get watered from the rain, which I think is great for them. Also because it's warmer today, so I need to take a look at them. Some of them need to be put in different pots. Some of them, like these spinach, like they're just drying out too quickly in this weird tray it's not even a seed starting tray. I'm just using it that way. They need to be put in different pots for their own good. So there are things that I need to do, and I also need to start more seeds. I do. And I probably was going to put it off another day or so or longer, but what actually happened is, if I can be totally honest with you, I went online and I watched some videos and I read some things, and I'm up to date with current events. I know what's happening in the world. I know what's happening here in the USA. That's where I am from. That's where I live. And I know all the stuff that's happening, but sometimes I can just kind of like go on and it's just kind of in the back. And sometimes I kind of freak out about it. I really do. So today is one of those days where I got a bunch of information coming in. And I was also like, you know what? I'm going to talk about this. Because it can feel overwhelming. So for myself, when I am feeling really overwhelmed by everything, I usually default to one of two different options. Number one, or number two, I can do something. And sometimes you think to yourself, yes, I can do something, but does it even make a difference? Does what I'm doing even make a difference? Okay, like for example, say you're living in an apartment and you're worried about food, the price of food. Maybe you're worried that you're not going to be able to get enough food, stuff like that. And you say, well, I can't grow all my own food. I live in an apartment. Why should I do anything at all? Should I even bother? Well, let's look at our two options. Option two is you do something, okay? Best case scenario, say you grow some food in pots. Maybe you make a YouTube channel about it and someone who's watching just won the lottery and is like, hey, I'm gonna send that girl $1 million. Okay, middle case, normal scenario, you start growing food in pots. Maybe one of your other neighbors notices and you inspire them and they start growing food in pots. Maybe you guys come together and you petition your landlord to turn the common area into a community gardens. They say no, of course, but at least you met like-minded people, and maybe you guys can band together and trade growing tips and possibly produce. Worst case scenario, you grow some vegetables in pots and you have some food to help supplement the food that you already have. That's the worst case scenario. Now let's look at option one. Okay, best case scenario, you lie in bed and you're depressed and sad and you don't do anything. Okay, that's best case scenario. Middle of the road scenario, you're very depressed, you don't do anything, maybe you stop going to work and you lose your job. That's not good. Worst case scenario, you're depressed, sad, lay in bed, you lose your job, and then somebody paints a picture of you on your worst day and you become a meme. Even the best case scenario of number one is worse than the worst case scenario of number two. So why not do something? Okay, that's like it's a perfectionist, procrastinist kind of bullcrap way of thinking, to think if I can't do everything, then I'm not going to do anything at all. And I find that line of thinking, I have that line of thinking a lot. Like, if I can't do something perfect, why should I even bother, huh? You know, if I can't grow all my own food, well, why grow any food? Oh my gosh. So, but that's crap. Doing something is better than doing nothing, okay? When you are feeling overwhelmed, sometimes you do need a day to be really upset about it. Sometimes you need longer than a day. But I do want to implore you, remember when I talk to you, sometimes I'm also talking to myself, implore you to just go ahead and do something. It'll make you feel better to just do something. Plant a packet of seeds, buy an extra can of food at the store, whatever it is that you can do, do that. So I'm gonna get potting soil and I'm gonna pot up some of these poor seedlings, and we're just gonna go from there. And if you're wondering how much food do I need to grow to be self-sufficient, check out this video.